Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Ruled Waves 2 as Germany, episode number 35. I'll try to move a little faster in this one so we don't have our third or fourth consecutive video over 50 minutes. I know that you guys don't care much, but a point of pride of mine, I like to keep them exactly in between 40 and 49.59. For no real reason, just psychologically. It's nice for me. Okay, so how are things going? I think that they're going well. First of all, it was very exciting to have the first real carrier action, which took place for some reason. I don't know how the Russians even got that far out there, but they took out in between, kind of almost in the channel, I guess. This is North Sea, but getting close to the channel, just north of France. So I'm not really sure what they were doing over there, how they managed to escape the Baltic, if they built some canal to go all the way around. Who knows? It doesn't... Again, the campaign... There's no campaign system for the series of battles that are generated. And that can be like kind of a downside for people. It doesn't... There's no... You have to kind of build the story yourself. And even if there's like absolute nonsense, like for example, when we fight various people in the Baltic after... I don't know, what was it? Who was it against the French? What were the French doing in the Baltic after we defeated them so soundly every other place? You really have to stretch your imagination to bring up a compelling story, but that's what you got to do then. Now we have a funny situation that I actually trapped some of our... these minesweepers were destined for the Mediterranean. Destined for the Southeast Asia, but... What's the news? Well, of course, these are short-range ships, so the fact that they can't move means that they're trapped. And we might even lose a few of them. Again, this is, I think, still a bugged event. We can secure better. Okay, please show me firepower greater than 4. You are not. Okay, this is the only one better in terms of anything. The top two, or the bottom two, I should say, at least are not worse. And they have much better range, and they are much faster. Okay, so really it comes down to, do we want a little bit of extra speed, or do we want extra toughness? I'm of the mind to actually choose the faster speed, because I think that impacts combat performance more. Toughness means you might survive the hits, but we're better off not being getting hit at all. So I'm going to do this one, and okay. Food is becoming scarce in Germany due to submarine sinkings of merchant ships. What? Who's sinking what? We're blockading them. What? We're sinking more merchant ships. Interesting. Okay, we're sinking 9 of their submarines per turn. So that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we know that they'll decline this because they can't even muster ships. Okay, very good. So, ASW, very important, and I think that our air bases should now be fully functional with lots of flying boats. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go to the aircraft types, and let's just immediately obsolete this fighter. It's 1926 fighter anyway. So we'll obsolete it. Interesting. This new one is, it's slower. The range I don't really care too much about, but it is better maneuverability, so the question is, which is more important, speed or maneuverability? We can call this a 14 and this a 15. Well, it's almost like a 14 and a 16 if we want to round and be fair. So let's call it 14 and 16 versus 12 and 13. I think what we'll end up doing is probably choosing the one that has better reliability, and that they both have the same reliability. I think that we're splitting hairs. I'm not going to even concern myself too much about the difference. It's time for us to get another airplane then, and I think that our next one is finally going to be the first dive bomber. Do we have the ability to do them yet? I don't even know. We'll probably find out in a moment. Reliability. And we do. Okay, good. So we'll get our first German dive bomber now. So, I know that we took a lot of technology from the US, but let's continue to try to grab technology from them. There is a bug, at least I'm pretty familiar with one bug, which means you can't advance past level 21 of research. I think that that'll be patched soon, hopefully. And the only thing it's impacting for us right now is ship design, which I'll turn down to medium, or maybe even low, just hopefully it doesn't even trigger. Okay. Yeah, this is insane. We have quality 1 in every single gun. That might even be a result of the fact that all of our research in naval or amphibious operations was going somewhere else. And maybe a lot of that ended up trickling into naval guns. I don't know. But what do we really need to advance at this point? ASW would be pretty important, I think. We might as well just start thinking about building a... Well, we cannot build anything yet. With our fleet firmly in control of the waters in Northeast Asia, our troops have invaded the Russian possession of Lautong Peninsula. Amazing. We have finished construction of an airbase on Iceland. Okay, so Iceland. Yes, copy. Yes, copy. More ASW, basically, which is perfectly fine by me, except for the fact that it's going to be damn expensive. And what I plan to do is, in the off period, I'm going to take every single squadron of 20 and reduce it down to 1. Are we interested in buying their medium bomber? Depends. We do have one already. And this one is similar. Lower range and similar in every way. Maybe a little bit faster, but lower toughness, lower maneuverability. So I think that our answer is no. Okay. Submarine torpedoed and sunk. Yeah. Okay. Neutral nations are outraged. Your prestige suffers. Unrest is 2, but mostly what we want to look at here is how does the international tension scene... Oh, God. 2 in the same month. That's not good. Okay, good. Okay, we'll look at the tensions in a second. So 12 and 13, we sank... Oh my god, we sank 31. Battle in support of land combat, fantastic. Except, we won. And yeah, but tensions did grow. Oh boy. Let's not make this a 3-way war. We can... Okay, I guess the United States and Great Britain were just fine on those fronts. In fact, I'll just take this down. We'll save the money as well. Wow, is that... No, where did this extra money come from? Oh, just from the extra tensions. So maybe that was what caused the budget to flicker around so much earlier. Don't know. Anyway, we don't need all of these Schlichting classes in Northern Europe. We probably can start moving some of them to... For example, we do want to invade the Indian Ocean next. I mean, not the Indian Ocean in general. Italy has actually kept a really sizable fleet over there. We have 2 dreadnoughts countering their 2 dreadnoughts, but those are probably good dreadnoughts, whereas we just have the whole Hohenzollerns. I'm trying to remember. Somebody advised me the stress is on the 3rd syllable, which is not natural for me to pronounce. Hohenzollerns. Yeah, I really ought to just look up how to pronounce it. If I heard someone say it, I'm pretty good at just repeating what I hear. Generating that myself is not always the easiest thing. So, yeah, you can see why we have so much. So we have so many mines in Northern Europe that, no kidding, that people are hitting mines. Who have the most mines? The new Such Leaf Up? Well, we want those. Those are nice fleet ones, so we're going to keep them around. The 5s are also pretty good fleet ones. We told the Bockenheims with their 10 mines to get going. Let's actually dispatch the rest of them to... Let's get some of them to the Indian Ocean. Let's get some of them to Southeast Asia. Actually, we no longer need to worry about trying to invade things. I don't think anything else is in invasion range. No, unfortunately not. Yeah, the closest thing we could get is Sakhalin after this. No, yeah, because this is home area. And Sakhalin is really far away. Okay, By the way, it begs the question, do we want Kamchatka, which is in the northern Pacific, or would we rather... What the hell is Italy doing up here? Huh. Or would we rather have Sakhalin, which is also in Northeast Asia, with our other holdings? So getting any other holdings in a different place, obviously the downside of it is that you have more foreign tonnage requirements, which is kind of painful, especially in our current situation. And I already have designs on the next dreadnoughts we're going to try to make, and I mean I have all these ideas, I should say. Really, it's going to involve... We need to go to war with Great Britain. So I think what we're going to end up doing here is... Let's take the minimum we need to keep Russia blockaded, which is... We can thin out the numbers quite a bit. And let's push... I think we're going to push all of our fire Drakas into the Indian Ocean, which should give us still just a huge numerical advantage still in Northern Europe. We'll probably take... okay, so let's build a fleet here. This is a fleet that has to bypass the Mediterranean. I don't even know how we'll get there. No, because our tensions with England are high enough, we probably won't go through the Mediterranean. We'll probably go through around the tip of Africa. So I want to grab some of the Schlichtings and then any Bockenheims still there? I think we actually set them in front of us ahead of time. One of them is not ready. So we can send one. Might we even want to send some of the other ones? I don't think that there's that many air bases to worry about, so let's actually grab the non-AA Teutoburger Waltz. We're going to move this entire group. I'm going to see how are they going to move to this? Are they going to go... Okay, they are going to go West Africa. Perfect. That's perfect. I don't want them to go to the Mediterranean. Wouldn't make sense. How would they do that anyway? Yeah, so I guess tensions, if they're over 6, or maybe it's apparently even at 6, or maybe they're just smart about avoiding war. Nah, I don't think that's it. So we're going to push on the Indian Ocean and see if we can mount some kind of invasion there, or at least trigger some battles. These fire Drakas are very valuable. Actually, I'm going to... Good, so the Frederick de Grossa is still there, and I'm actually going to, unfortunately this is kind of a pain, I'm going to cancel your movement. Do I have to do it this here? I forgot how you do it. Did it work? I don't know why it's still... Okay, yes it did. So now we'll have 2 battlecruisers left in Northern Europe, just as a scouting force. I don't know if they'll be used as a scouting force, but that's the idea. We may even want the Gneisenau's to move out as well. No, I guess strategic points, they're going to be just fine. And with the invasion already done, we'll move over some more of our... Our hose. We're going to move our hose back over to Indian Ocean. Because we don't have any other targets for invasion, like I said. We're going to win every battle that generates in Northeast Asia because they don't have any... Oh, Italy actually moved something in. Okay, so let's... Again, I'm going to have to use the same thing twice in one month. Let's cancel one of the movement orders. Okay, good. So it's just moving 1 into the Indian Ocean. That's fine with me. Okay, we'll move this back over here. Still's working up. Only the Navy can win this war, of course. Large diesel engines. Enables diesel engines. So diesel engines are good if you want long range or extremely long range. The more long range they are, the better. They also have better ship acceleration. I frankly don't know if we'll be using them because they're extremely expensive, but not only that, they don't save any tonnage on medium range ships. They, cost tonnage. Developed a fighter. Yes, please fight. No, heck no. What the hell are you even sending me this garbage for? I mean, there's some benefits to it, but just not in anything that I think is useful. Okay, an improved medium bomber. Is this the bomber? Is this the good one? Oh my gosh. That is actually worth looking at. Oh, so they're sinking us with an aircraft now too. Oh, a fleet tender. Or a seaplane tender, I should say. We sank a seaplane tender. I don't like that. I don't want us to sink those kind of things, but that's fine. Okay, we sank one. Oh, Vestervald. What were you? A Slichting class, of course. Nope, good. It was a Mosel. Whew. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, this is going to be weird for it to come right in the middle of a... I might decline this one. Convoy attack, medium. Okay, I accepted it. Alright, before we jump into this battle, I wanted to show that we had Alex Kubel, who actually generated what is supposed to be the Mosel class in Minecraft. It's pretty awesome. So I just have some photos, or some pictures that he took and sent to me, and thought that you guys might be interested in them, so we'll cycle through those one more time. The rear, this is the front, this is the rear. There's from the top, so she has the forward turret. Everything on her was side, and these are actually, they were gun mounts for her, and not turrets, but I don't think we could tell the difference in Minecraft anyway. Front aspect, little sun behind. So, anyways, yeah, we're just getting such amazing fan artwork that. Oh, and I'm really, really happy that this. Oh, these are Mosels. Damn it. Speaking of the Mosel. So, what is this? What in God's name? Oh my God, we're sinking transport. We're right in the middle of them. So first of all, squad max. Second of all, prepare to fire torpedoes. How are we even going to do this? Oh God, they're destroyers. Crap. How did that torpedo get there? I don't know what we just hit, but we just hit something with a torpedo, probably a destroyer. I just want to get out of the way. I do not want to fight those destroyers at point blank range or whatever. So we're just going to do... Oh, we've got some things which are attacking us here. Okay, this is good. Taking a few hits, but obviously we're dishing out a lot of punishment. And there's a lot of ships here to sink. So she's dead in the water, so okay, that scared the crap out of me. I think as it should. Okay, we hit that destroyer with a torpedo even, just to make everything worse. This is crazy. This is just nuts. There's so many transport ships here. CV, I don't think we're hitting an actual carrier. Something tells me we're not. And the good news is we shouldn't be at risk of torpedoes because we're a sheep, a wolf among the sheep. How are they even going to dare torpedo us? Well, they are running right through their own ships, so maybe they maybe they might not care too much about that. What is this that we're looking at? It is a 1,500 ton, 35 knot, 4 or 5 inch guns. That's actually pretty potent. 8 above water torpedo mounts. Nothing to sneeze at. Oh my God. So the visibility is improving, and that's going to work very much in our advantage. So we can hopefully take shots at these destroyers from much further away. Although, you know, that works both ways, I suppose. They can launch torpedoes from further away. Kind of a fun... I'm glad we accepted this mission. We actually do really want to sink their destroyers as much as possible because that's all strategic points for us. Basically by just making it less strategic points for them. That's the destroyer which is hit by a torpedo, I guess. Okay, she's dead. Stop! She's dead. She's dead, Jim. Shift fire. At least one of them shifted fire. There we go. Okay, good. Finally hitting the turbine class. No, no more. And yes, we are going to hide behind these transports. These still have submerged mounts for their torpedoes. So they do have reloads. Good, we got her. It was not enough for her to be 1,500 tons and 35 knots. It was not enough. Okay, let's hold fire for a little bit. Until we see what else is up. Okay, let's re-enable our fire. And aim for, what's this? 1,532 knot. Medium, 6.5-inch guns. Wow, they really seriously have some armaments on these destroyers. Like, they are not joking around. We'll see if we can catch up to this. Or that, which looks like also a destroyer. Okay, get her. Now's the time. Got him. More hits. She's still going way too fast for as many hits as I think we landed. This is a Garibaldino. How many recent Garibaldino hits do we get? Let's just take a look at the very end there. The light cruiser I think was her as well. Well, that's actually quite a few hits. Okay, yeah, I'm actually very surprised that she's doing so well. We'll push her. Make sure that if it's... Yeah, she just came to a stop. So, I don't know if anybody else is noticing this. To me, this is what it seems like. It seems like the AI has, like, crazy acceleration with its ships. I've seen it even with the merchant ships. They seem to be just flying, and then suddenly it's like, oh, no, you're actually overtaking them. But it doesn't seem like it's happening sensibly. I don't know if that makes sense. And if you don't have that same impression, if it's just suddenly something you're going to start to notice now, then that's probably just, now it'll be observation bias. You'll be looking for it because I ruined it, essentially. Okay, yeah, that one's sinking. Let's go for this last destroyer. I guess I can force them specifically to engage it. There we go. We have a hit. Another hit. And she may even wander off here. Yeah, it looks like she's going to give up the ghost. So we'll go for the one last large merchant ship, which is apparently still intact. I think there was some merchant ships which may have gotten away here, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be in having success at the end of the day, at the end of this mission. Alright, slow down to 20. Let's go after this one still. I don't know what she's doing coming back, but... We did not hit her. I kind of want to suck her into the west, because maybe she'll go for, you know, sinking the... or picking up survivors. Yeah, that's right. We'll just cruise around at 20. That was... Ooh, we did catch up. Oh. Wait a second. That's a transport. That's a transport? Okay, well, I guess we found them. Say, you know, tell your destroyer that it's his fault, considering we weren't even going this way until he came into the picture. We're almost out of ammunition, so I'm going to hold off for 10 minutes while we fire, just to get out of here and chase this destroyer still. Don't think that is a heavy cruiser. Not a whole lot of space in this area to play with, so if we can catch that ship... Oh, her port's down here. Maybe she's heading this way. Alright, we'll speed up and... There it is. Alright, so everything but one destroyer survived. Wow, what a victory. I mean, not that we needed it. We were way up in victory points already, but we did do some damage to the Italians. And I'm actually really happy to sink destroyers because... Yeah, we can call this the Battle of Red Sea if you want. But I mean, they're a pretty big threat to us. All things considered, I feel like... Wow, we are really up on victory points. But all things considered, I think that as long as the enemy navies are accepting battles... Wow, the Italians have tons... Oh, wait, no. There it is. Those are tons of corvettes. As long as they keep accepting battles, how many escorts they have is actually a pretty significant thing. Look at the Russians. They only have 3 destroyers left. So it's really good that we were able to pick so many off in the last carrier battle. And then in that one, we're starting to whittle down the relatively small number of destroyers that they have. So next turn, I guess. Let's take a look at that timer this time. 47 minutes. We're doing okay. Better submarines. Well, I know that submarines aren't going to have their way for much longer. I'm just so happy with them. I want to do a huge submarine building program. Convoy defense. We have... Okay, they declined. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and set our next invasion target to Nassau. And if we just happen to get lucky, amazing. So we're still ahead. Yeah, there's no other enemy fleet. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, no, the Balkanheims have not gotten there yet. Oh, yeah, they have. So let's move these guys into Northeast Asia just to shore up our presence there in terms of points and in terms of number of ships. And what else do we have to do? One more turn before the fire Dracos arrive, which was perfectly coinciding with our starting of the invasion. Oh, and look at that. We have invaded Eritrea. And the new dive bombers are ready. Wow, what a fun turn. Wow, these are fast. These are faster than our fighters. Oh my goodness. This bottom one looks very good. Okay, they don't have very good ordnance, but this top one has better toughness, no firepower, but the fact that it has such long range may make it actually pretty useful as a reconnaissance aircraft. And it's fast. It's very, very, very fast. Yeah, I'm going to choose this. We need another one anyway. We'll probably just get another one right away so we can start comparing two. Next one's ready. Our Jurgen has been hit. 7 merchants were... 7 of our merchants were killed. 9 enemy submarines sunk. 9 enemy submarines were sunk. 10 raiders have done damage. Wow, that's significant. And what's our unrest at? Only 2, so we're doing pretty okay in that sense. We sank 11 merchants by submarines, lost 4. So the ratio of submarines is moving very quickly in our favor. It was like 190 or 180 to 90, 2 to 1, and now it's basically 1.5 to 1. Destroyer action. That does not really excite me, but knowing the... Actually, well, I'm just going to say, knowing the Russians only have like 2 destroyers. Yeah, but they probably... Okay, we accept this. They decline. So it should mean that we just win that war, the invasion, right? I thought that if they decline invasion battles, you just automatically win. But maybe not. Anyway, we should have now more ships in Northeast Asia. Yep, those Bockenheims are now there. And we have plenty of ships in the Indian Ocean. I might even want to send one of these other hoes back to Northeast Asia, just to really secure that victory. Yeah, let's do it. So, let's take a look. Once we've invaded, we don't need the 3-to-1. We're over base cap here. Really? 170, 48, 40. Well, let's expand the 48. And Indian Ocean is going to be a nice little place for us, I think, after this. 40, 170, 40. So let's do the same thing here. Not that we have that much money to blow, but we'll put that one up. This one's at 170. I think I'm fine with that. We should have plenty already over here. 50. Let's improve the 50. Plus, Tonkin's far enough away that she probably won't be invaded quickly. And 9. 220. That's great. 170. 20. 20. Well, Polynesia won't be invaded either, so we'll improve her base. And 260 over there, which really could do with some extra base capacity, so I'm happy we're grabbing the Laotong. How are we doing over here? Haven't really checked on them recently. Let's improve this base. And you're at, whoops, didn't quite click you. 40. You're so risky. It's so risky for this one to be invaded that I'm actually not gonna. I'm not gonna expand her yet, or maybe ever. Okay, so we're trying to. Wow, we're being very aggressive here. 2 invasions at the same time, but the German Navy has earned this, I would say. The huge victories we've already won. Okay, we've taken control of Laotong Peninsula. This is a huge victory. I really want this war to end very soon now. I mean, I'd like for it to end after we take Eritrea, but I'm just a little bit nervous. I will move one of the hoes back over to India. I'm sorry to refer to them that way. I will hopefully remember to look up the correct pronunciation off camera. So the new model is much faster, which is good. Slightly longer range, which is fantastic. More firepower. Why does everyone have more firepower than our... Okay, please be... Yes! Oh gosh, you made my decision for me. Okay, we swept the Mediterranean. It's so funny, those minesweepers are stuck in the Mediterranean. Okay, we'll accept this. Raid on enemy shipping. Interesting. It's a large battle. They declined. Convoy defense. Also interesting. They declined. Okay, good. So let's take a look at this aircraft situation now. We have 2 fighters. Average, and is this poor? It is. So the improved model is probably just in every way better now, so we'll obsolete this one. Good. What do we have 2 of now? 2 medium bombers, you and you. This one is insane long range, so it's the 1-2 above. So this, yeah, this one is just better in every way except for the fact that this is good reliability. Damn it. But it's just so much worse in every other way, I'm going to obsolete it. We'll take the hit. Maybe the reliability on that upgrade just improved, like the actual invisible number a little bit here as well. And this fighter is fantastic with firepower 5. I mean, I'm calling that's good. But let's get another fighter with firepower as the main... Well, or should we go with dive bomber? Flying boat? It's been a while since we had a flying boat, so maybe we should get a flying boat with range. And reliability. Maybe range and bomb load, because we are kind of using them as everything. Range and speed? I'm going to do range and speed. Don't ask me why. Well, actually, you can ask me why. For scouting. Range is good as far as the maximum weight, maximum area you can cover, but speed obviously helps you to cover that faster reconnaissance. So I can see a compelling reason to choose range and then speed, which is of course exactly. Of course, I can see a compelling reason. It's exactly why I chose it. Okay, so what next? Next turn, I guess. Ah! Finally! Amphibious range! Okay, do we want to buy this? Flying boat. Speaking of flying boats. Wow. Wow. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. It was amazing. In every way it was good. 4 to 5, 22 to 1. This is insane. So we actually, for the first time that I can remember, are ahead on victory points in terms of the trade warfare. And we have to accept this, but we have battle cruisers. Oh boy. Where's the unknown? Oh my gosh. I thought that this was the invasion event triggering where you have to escort the transports in, but no, this is exactly the same mission that we were doing before, except for now we have the Slichting class. This is even better. Okay, this is great. Let's get up to 20. The squad max is 27 on these guys. Maybe even get them up to 22. We're in a combat situation here. And we're going to angle for these destroyers first, if that's what this is. So I'm sure that we're targeting it. Let's do a little bit of maneuvering here just to make sure we're not going to get hit by torpedoes. Alright, you know what? Go to squad max. There we go. That's some good damage. Our little bob and weave there. No, go after this thing. Make sure to finish her off. We didn't need to torpedo her, but do want to make sure she's sunk. Alright, now go right up next to her. Give her a broadside. That's good. That's more what I wanted. Okay, now let's go after this. And let's make this a compelling win, as we surely do want to get this invasion. Oh god, this really scares me when those torpedo events go off. We probably shouldn't be firing torpedoes because they're just as likely to hit us as... I mean, we might actually need those torpedoes if another big ship comes along, but I'm actually pretty sure that that's not going to happen. Oh, some more transports. Okay, don't let these guys get away. Yep. They're trying to escape. See, look at how fast he's going. And then, look how quickly he changed direction. And then suddenly when you get closer, they don't seem to move quite as fast. I don't know, maybe it's me. I might be imagining it. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Well, that was a victory for you. We actually took some aircraft losses as probably they were operational ones. I'm imagining. Yeah, they were all operational losses, which means they just crash landed or something. The only points we lost from it. Battle of Red Sea number 2. That was really good, but we're going to call this video to a close here because I promised a little shorter of a video, and I mean, I'm ecstatic about the way things are going. I hope that in the next month or so we can actually get we can actually take Mosoa for ourselves, in which case we will have taken 2 holdings. And don't you worry, the Marshall Islands will be ours. It will be. I guarantee it. Unless, well, I mean, I guess I can't guarantee it. But Admiral Tortrupitz is speaking out and saying that this is a reaction to the vile rebellion tactics that the Italians played, even though we played the same ones against the British. But the British are, deserve those kind of things, and we don't. So, there was other roleplay stuff I wanted to address. I just really... let's see. We had the huge battle, and that was all good. I mean, we've had great role-playing comments, by the way. I hope everyone has at least been aware of the fact. If you watch the video right when it's released, you may not see them. You may even want to go back and watch or look at the comments from the previous video before you watch the new video, or have it the comments you can scroll through them. This is what I do on series I'm trying to catch up on. Sometimes I'll have the comments of the previous video out while I'm watching the new video, like to monitor it. Anyway, just because we're getting really good role-playing stuff, and just in case you weren't aware of it, you'd be remiss to miss it. It's really good. So the German Navy marches on here. I know that we're actually been very successful. Just as a kind of break from like an out of character comment, I don't expect that any other series that we do is going to be this easy unless we play as the United States. I don't know who we'll play as next. Probably Japan, a full playthrough as them. But I'm imagining that Japan, but even more than that, Italy, Austria-Hungary, Russia, even Britain, Great Britain, those are going to be very tough countries to play as. And although we're enjoying numerical superiority, Germany is set up as probably the second easiest nation, especially the fact that I'm using game budget. I probably should have done historical. I wasn't sure what I'd be getting myself into. I was a little bit nervous about the carrier stuff, and I still, to a degree, am. So I was being a little conservative. I probably didn't need to be that much so. But I'm enjoying it. I really don't mind a game when I'm doing well. So I sleep easier. Anyways, for now, I'm going to wrap this up. So thanks for watching, and until the next episode, take care.